This cream cheese shortage that's happening right now is for the birds. I want cream cheese, but every time I go to the store, it is gone. No cream cheese. So I thought I would get creative and make it myself. I saw this recipe from Carolina Gellin. She is just chef's kiss. Her food looks so beautiful and delicious. I will link all of her stuff down below as well as write the recipe down below. It seems pretty simple. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of a longer process because we have to let the mixture drain for a while. So depending on what time you make it, it's like a 2-day process. First, I'm gonna like make the mixture and then it has to sit in the fridge for a while. Let's just make the cream cheese. Into my saucepan, I'm just gonna put some whole milk, some heavy cream. I'm gonna bring this over to the stove and bring it up to a boil. Once it starts boiling, take it off the heat. Can't listen to my own advice. Definitely had a little bit of spillover. You gotta be very careful when you're boiling dairy like this because once it starts to boil, it doesn't stop and it will just erupt. Also, I should have gotten a bigger pot, but like, we won't talk about that right now. Now that it's good and boiled, I'm gonna stir in some white vinegar. Just stir this in and I'm gonna let it sit for like 10 minutes while it curdles. And now I have to go clean up the milk that I spilt everywhere. Good times. Definitely curdled. You can see the texture there. Now we're gonna transfer this. Got a large deep bowl here, a fine mesh strainer on the top. I'm going to line this with some cheesecloth. If you don't have cheesecloth, you can use like a clean dish towel. We want it to make sure it is good and strained. Carefully pop in the liquid. And we're gonna let this sit for another 10 minutes or so, just so that the first kind of drops of liquid go down in there, and it is already starting to strain. Now we wait. This has been sitting. It is starting to just drain. It's a slow drip. That's why this needs to stay in the fridge for many hours. Let me get you a closer look. See? All that liquid has already come out. It's only been 10 or so minutes. So what I'm gonna do now is carefully gather the cheesecloth and tie it up. I'm gonna stick her in the fridge. The recipe calls for like 6 to 12 hours. I'm gonna check it at 6, but I'm gonna leave it in there as long as possible. I just want all of that liquid out of there. Until then, she's going to chill. It's actually been several hours and I took a little peek at the cream cheese and I think it's actually ready. I was expecting to leave this in the fridge overnight, but I don't want to. I think it's good. It's been many hours, like 6-7 hours. I'm gonna now get it out of the cheesecloth and into the food processor. Look at that. It's our cream cheese. Oh, it is soft and gorgeous. It smells delicious. I'm very curious to see how much this would compare cost-wise. I was at the store this morning. I'm gonna weigh this out and see how much this weighs so I can compare. Oh, wow, look at this. You can see that texture in there. I'm gonna go ahead and say that is 12 ounces. 12 ounces, I saw the tag at the store was about $5. My heavy cream was a couple of bucks. My milk, I got a quart. I didn't use it all. So that was like $1.50, so like 75 cents. The vinegar, I only used a few tablespoons and the whole big thing cost about 85 cents. So that would make this cheaper. Gosh darn it, that's exciting. I'm just gonna whip it up until it is nice and smooth, and this will loosen it up a bit, soften it, and also make it easier to spread. Now I'm gonna add a good pinch of salt. Gonna taste it. That is so crazy. That tastes so good. I made cream cheese. This is so exciting. And it was super easy. I want this a little tad bit tangier. I'm gonna put some lemon juice in here. You can either keep it like this, or you can have some fun with it, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this out into a bowl. Look at this. It's cream cheese. Of course, you can make any kind of cream cheese you like. This is your baby here. But I am going scallion. I love scallion cream cheese. This local bagel place used to have the most delicious cream cheese. It was scallion and bacon. Ugh, it was so good. They don't make it anymore, which is upsetting, but I'm hopeful for the future. They also have one of my other favorite cream cheeses, which is lemon, thyme, and honey. It's so good. But you can really do whatever you want. You can make a veggie cream cheese. You can go sweet and kind of do like a blueberry or a strawberry. You can make like a cinnamon sugar for like a cinnamon raisin bagel. You know, you can do whatever you want to. Get my little scallions in here. And I like a lot, so I'm gonna put a lot. I'm actually going to put some lemon zest in here. I think that would taste delicious. Brighten it up a bit. Do the hokey pokey and mix it all around. This is so exciting. Of course, when you put it in the fridge, it's gonna get a little more solid, but it's actually really nice and soft right now and really easily spreadable. Like, see that texture? Look at that. You made cream cheese. Now, you know I wasn't gonna make this and just not use it right away. I have a bagel toasting and it's calling for this cream cheese. It's the real deal, see? A little extra on top so you know what it is, and it's perfect. Got my bagel. I'm more of like a bagel bottom kind of person, but you know, we all have our preferences. Now it's just asking for a good smattering of this cream cheese. Don't be shy. That is the stuff. It's definitely not as smooth as like a Philadelphia, but up here in Maine, we're not as smooth, you know? We're a little rough around the edges, but we're all right, you know? We get the job done. Now let's dig in. That's good. The first thing I noticed right away, it's not as heavy as cream cheese you buy at the store. It's so airy and fluffy, but the flavor is there all the way. And it's fresh and tangy. Ooh, that's good. You gotta try this, especially if you are a cream cheese lover like I am and you're having trouble finding it at the store. Now I know I can do it myself. What kind of cream cheese flavors do you like? I think I'm more of like a savory kind of girl. Enjoy.